I think sometimes, because I have so many thoughts in my head all the time, they're always running, doesn't stop.
Good.
I think sometimes it's good and it's bad, but I do think sometimes the people that don't have a lot of thoughts in their head, like they're quite present, they don't, that's when things come to them. Like I think you were just saying how your husband, your husband's not like this.
He's not a
all
guru.
in your head kind of person.
He's not like a believer. Like he's not like a spiritually inclined type of person.
But he doesn't need to be. Yeah, he's present. So is
he's always
my
husband.
Kind of
in the moment.
Absolutely. Like I'm like,
no, he's not a warrior. He's not a.
No, either is mine at all. I'm like, what are you thinking? And he's like, nothing. I was like, really? I'm thinking all the time.
So like, you reckon people who are not overthinking it like us, are like more receptive to getting that kind of power, like maybe a dream or something.
They're almost
something
more intuitive
something
sometimes.
Paranormal might happen.
Yeah.
Because they're open to receiving it.
Exactly. Like I think, off the air you were talking about how
Oh yes. Oh my gosh, yes. So when I after I had a miscarriage, I like waited a couple months and then wanted to try again for another baby. And he woke up one morning and said, buy a pregnancy test. I'm like, what? Like, I don't think I am yet. He's like, I had a dream. And in his dream, he said that a flower was growing out of his hand, but like from like skin. He described it like it still had color in it, but it was almost like from skin.
Right, like
a flower was coming out. Yeah. And he's like, by a pregnancy test. And sure enough, I was pregnant. Like the dream was a sign that it had happened, or of blooming. Life was
blooming.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, and like you said, he's not that type of
no, not at all
person, but I don't think it really matters. I do think sometimes people with less like heaviness on their mind or overthinkers, there's more space.
Yeah, I think you're right, because whenever I'm in a more balanced state, I see connections and patterns in the universe. Like I feel like I'm more receptive to its call, like whatever it's trying to tell me, I can pick it up a bit better. But it's only when I'm not worrying, stressed, just more balanced, like just at one, like just in a present moment state, which doesn't happen often. There are glimpses of it for me, but
absolutely,
it's not like I'm not at a constant. It's like every day I have to do stuff like yoga, meditation. Every day I have to try and rebalance.
Yeah, because there's a lot.
You're right. When you're in a state that you're not worrying, you can attract that kind of
absolutely
that kind
and
of
dreams
stuff.
are so interesting. I mean, sometimes I feel like people are like, oh yeah, whatever you dream, that can happen or whatever. I don't know if I believe that specifically, but I do think like you sometimes, I know for sure my dreams pick up on my fears sometimes.
Oh yeah.
So I wake up and I'm like, oh, that's definitely like a fear-based dream.
Yep.
I think they do. Yeah, they are quite amazing. They do tell us a lot.
A lot. And I dream very vividly. Very vividly. I can tell you that recently I gave up coffee and alcohol. I was very stressed going through some stuff, and I figured that dropping both of those things may help me, like with my mental health. And sure enough, they did. Prior to that, I would have kind of concerning dreams where, like, for example, like all your teeth would fall out. I'd be just standing there in the street with like my whole 2 hands filled with my teeth. But let's say, for example, that was an example before the drinking and the coffee stopped. After I stopped those 2 things, my dreams were like insane. Like I thought they were vivid before. As soon as I stopped those 2 substances, I'm going to call them.
Coffee.
Yes, those 2 liquids. My dreams became like crazy. Like it was like I was really there in another world. And I had another dream that my teeth fell out. But when they fell out, I literally stuck them back in. It's
Oh,
almost like
wow.
it's almost like
Oh,
the teeth were like representative of all my worries and stress. Like because I remember being freaked out, but I remember in the dream when they fell out, and I just went, "Oh, that's okay," and I stuck it back in. It's like
you got your power back.
yeah,
Yeah. You're like, yeah, this happened, but
that's okay. I can put it
I'm
back
gonna
in.
get back up and keep moving.
It was like not. It was okay.
It's like
Like
a sign
I
of
had a
strength.
solution in my dream.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. Yes, I mean sometimes my dreams are completely weird. Sometimes I reckon if I calmed my brain down a little before bed or did meditation, I feel like my dreams would show me more.
Mm.
Sometimes I just wake up going, "What? What
Have you
is
tried?
in my head?"
Have you tried doing the meditation before
I need
bed?
to do that more. So I used to. It was great, like
Right.
really good.
It does take an effort. You have to really be committed. You
Mm-hmm.
have to do it regularly.
Yeah, absolutely. Because then you're going through. You're really letting your mind clear,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can have these dreams that are more meaningful.
Yeah, it means you're also getting more quality sleep.
And that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So your dreams are quite interesting.
Oh, so many cool dreams. Like, what about that? Have you had? Nick reckons that. Like, I don't know if he reckons or we read it somewhere. A tiger in your dream is your problem. Your problem. And there was also that book I read it by Yanni Martel, that Life of Pi. They made it a movie as well.
Oh, right, yeah, love that.
Where the tiger, it was like
Symbolic.
Symbolic. That's
Mhm.
it. So the tiger was your problem. And in a dream, I remember he was saying the tiger was chasing him. And shortly after, I had a dream about a tiger, but my tiger was like little and it was sitting with me and I was patting it.
That's they say also like certain animals represent certain things, but it's also like how you feel in the
About your
dream with the
problem.
animal.
Yeah.
Like if that animal's bringing you comfort, that's a positive thing.
Right.
If the animal's kind of scaring you or freaking you out, or you're then that is a more fear-based or negative, or something's going on. But yeah, if it also depends on how you're feeling. Like you could be next to, gosh, I don't know, like a tiger.
Yeah.
But if you're feeling relaxed and comfortable with that tiger, then I don't think it's a sign of a bad.
Well, I was acting like, oh yeah, my problems don't give me stress at all. They're not chasing me. I'm just like at one with my problems. Or they're bringing me comfort, one or the other.
I'm just at one with the tiger. Yeah, we're good. But yeah, no, dreams are very meaningful for the most part, unless you have like.
Have you ever had
crazy
someone
weird
visit you
ones.
in a dream? I have.
I
Now I'm really starting
have.
to sound crazy.
I find
my grandparents.
I've had that before. Like this, this is a long time ago. When I was younger, I must have been like 12, 13. And we just moved into a new house. Well, our house had been renovated,
yeah.
and we just done everything up. And I remember my mum telling me, oh, I wish my dad could have seen this and what we've done. And I think 2 days later, I had a dream that I was with my grandfather holding his hand and walking with him through each room of the house.
Wow.
And like he smiled at me and then he like left.
Oh. See, I totally believe.
I mean, it was amazing.
Came to you in your dream.
Absolutely. And
wherever
I
he
feel
was, like
I
a soul, like maybe like the connection you had with him came to you.
Yeah, it did. And like I don't think I told my mum till years later that. I don't know.
Oh.
I think it's because I was young and I wasn't sure. But
yeah, my grandfather came to me when I was young as a teenager as well. I never told anyone. I didn't think anything of it. But recently, my grandmother, because she only passed away in 2016, and I think not so long ago, like a year and a half ago, she came to me in a dream. I swear to God, her face was so close. And I think it's also about the connection you had with them during your life. Like I was very close with her.
Yeah, you were.
So she appeared to me. I could seriously draw the pattern on the shirt in the dream. That's how vivid it was. That's how close she was. And she was talking to me saying, "Hi, how are you?" Like, and I was like, "I miss you. Like, I miss you. I love you. She goes, and she was smiling like, I know you do. Don't worry. I'm here. And she seemed so happy. And I was like, oh my, I woke up crying my eyes out. It was, I didn't want to wake up. And I was like, no, I don't want to go. She goes, I have to go. And it was like it was like something was severing, like a connection.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I sound crazy, but it was like the
No.
most amazing experience I've ever
That's
had.
incredible.
I know, but I have a tendency to be a very vivid dreamer. Like some people may think, oh God, she's just like, you know, her subconscious is like on
No, but that's when it's the most
overdrive.
purest. I feel like that's when it's most when you are in that state of sleep. That's when you allow all this stuff to come in.
I told my dad straight away. He seemed very happy and pleased. Like I just think it's a lovely thing, even if it's not true, because I don't, you know, even if it was just my mind and she wasn't there, but I feel like there was some connection there.
Yeah.
But even if it wasn't, like it's still lovely to have had that
Oh,
experience.
absolutely. It feels good, like you're connecting, and you know, anyone passing away is difficult. So it's almost like getting not closure, but having that conversation, like in a dream in a different state.
Remembering them, knowing that they're always with you, because they really are.
They are. Yeah, absolutely.
And my grandfather's come to me in a dream when I was a teen, but he was far away, like in a distance. Like it felt like he was watching me, but in a long, dark space. Like, you know, Stranger Things when in Stranger Things when 11 goes into like like just this black space,
in like a vortex.
Yeah. It was like
the upside down world.
Yeah. Well, she's in between.
Yeah, she's in between.
That's what it was like.
It felt like that.
When I was about 13 or something, or 14, he was there in that kind of space, and there was a light, and he was watching me. He was saying, he was talking to me.
Wow.
It was like he was trying to reach me. Isn't that freaky?
Yeah, it is. I think if we're open to it, it can come to us quite naturally. I think people that aren't as open to it, like it doesn't. But
I always hear
think
stories
it's pretty
of people.
awesome.
Yeah, I always hear stories of people having these kind of weird experiences, and yeah, I mean, you don't know. It's happened to me.
And it's not weird. It's not a coincidence.
No,
it's not
I don't think it's a coincidence.
No.
I really don't. Because if it was, I would be dreaming about them all the time. But it's been two separate, very rare occasions that it feels very special. Like I was meant to be receiving that. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
I also have dreams where I'm sure a lot of people do. You're dreaming and it makes so much sense in the dream. Everything seems so real.
Yeah.
And then you wake up and it doesn't, or you wake up and a lot of the time I can't remember my dreams.
This happens a lot.
So many times. And you really wish you could remember it. There's a feeling, or maybe a few hours later in your day, you might be like, oh, wait a minute, I had a dream.
Yeah, or was like that a dream? I could be telling even the story and you're like, wait, was this a dream or was this real?
Was it real? So that happens to me a lot too. I wake up and I don't remember the dream, which is frustrating. And people like, have a dream book. I'm like, I'm not really going to get up at the middle of the night and like start writing it down, but maybe I should. But I wonder why we do dream things and they seem surreal, feel surreal. We wake up and remember them, but within 1 to 2 hours of the day, we've completely forgotten about it.
Because we're stimulated by all these other things. And sometimes as well, I like to continue a dream.
Oh, yeah, I've tried to do that. I've tried to go back to sleep and, like, start off the dream.
Yeah.
And then hoping it'll go into what I was...
I mean, like, waking up for a dream but not wanting to and then trying to go back to get
back into it.
It never works.
I'm like, oh, no, I want to find out what happens.
Like, you want to try and control the dream. It's true Scorpio.
Such a
controlling
Scorpio.
The actual dream state.
I'm
from the beginning.
Trying to control the dream state of, like, let me just visualize this back into
Inception?
the dream.
Where it's a dream within a dream and a dream.
I mean, okay, there's a funny thing about Inception.
Okay.
Inception actually makes me fall asleep really well. So this shows you how much I think of things, that every time I tried to watch Inception, and it must have happened like at least 10 times, I'll go to watch Inception with good intentions. I'll start off, I'm concentrating so hard because it's so confusing. I will get to 20 minutes in. It's always the same part. I think the mirror's shattering.
It's so ironic.
Because my brain is finally stopping and I'm just concentrating on one thing, which is very rare. It's concentrating so hard on trying to figure this thing out that I've completely lost it and I fall asleep.
It's funny because it's about dreams.
It's about dreams.
And you're falling asleep.
And I'm falling asleep. I fall asleep every time at the 25-minute. I just gave up at the end. I'm like, listen,
you're not meant to see this movie.
I'm not meant
What's
to
going to happen if she actually makes it to the end?
I could never, I don't think I could because I'm trying. It is, I don't know, it's just so much, but I guess it is a dream. It was just a lot for me, Inception. I was like, kind of had to stop, but it was great at putting me to sleep.
I'm not going to tell you how it ends, what it's about. I want you to actually see it, though.
I have to see it during. My husband always makes fun of me because I go to sleep.
First thing in the morning.
Yeah, maybe it's a morning movie for me. Maybe it's daytime movie. Anything that's like too intense or too, I don't know, mind bending.
Yeah.
Because I just end up falling asleep because it's making me actually wind down in a really strange way because I'm actually shutting off all the thoughts of my day, life, year, past, present, and future and just like watching one thing that happens. Here's something freaky.
We love freaky.
I don't know if there's a science, I don't even know if it's scientific, if there's a name for it.
Okay.
But they do say it's like sleep paralysis. Have you ever had sleep paralysis? You have?
Yes. It's horrible.
It's horrible. And what
it
actually
always freaks me out.
Because I take it to a...
Is that what it's called, though, officially?
It is. I take it to a level of like...
Do you think it's a ghost?
There's energies and there's ghosts or there's a presence or like it's very freaky. I think I've definitely had it happen to me a handful of times. I think it's less freaky, I don't know, when you've had it happen a couple of times because you kind of know what's going on. But it's such a weird
state. Sensation. It's like you literally cannot move.
You can't move, you can't scream, you feel pressure. Shadow. Yeah, you feel like there's a presence in the room. Yeah. And that's why I do feel like I've definitely had it in places where I'm feeling maybe there is something in the room or there's an energy in the room or...
Why do people suffer from sleep paralysis? It's when your mind wakes up but your body doesn't. And that's kind of it's actually what it feels like.
Yeah.
Like my body feels completely inactive. Like I cannot move any part of it when it happens. It hasn't happened for a long time, but I've had it many times.
Before,
As you enter REM sleep, your brain sends out motor neuron inhibitors called GABA and glycine to temporarily paralyze your muscles, which is totally normal. However, while most people remain asleep during this time, others may wake up and realize they can't move.
Yeah.
That's happened to us. Oh my God. According to Paul Brown, who suffers from severe sleep paralysis, I don't know who you are, Paul Brown, about 3 or 4 times a week, you can't open your mouth, you can't scream, you can't move your tongue. It can last seconds or even minutes before either snapping out of it or falling back to sleep. If this sounds terrifying enough, about 1 in 1,000 people suffer from extreme hallucinations. Oh, okay. So I don't have that, but I had that bit where I'm up for it lasted for about 30 seconds to a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds right. Sleep paralysis often affects people with PTSD and anxiety. Hello. Hands up, people. However, it's also brought on by irregular sleep patterns and drinking too much alcohol or caffeine. Well, I haven't had it for many,
I haven't had it for a while either. I seem to think in my head it's because I try and clear the energy of where I'm sleeping and I don't know, who knows? Because I'm trying to be aware of where it's happened, in what places it's happened or where I've lived and what it's like in those, I don't know, but that's just me thinking.
No, I think it's scientific.
Or people, or you can
And
Yeah.
apparently not dangerous. But I always did feel like there was another presence. Like I
Yeah.
did feel like there was
I
some
felt like I
shadowy.
had to try to wake up because if I didn't, I would
It was.
submiss.
I think
like,
it's just because it's terrifying because your body can't move.
yeah, or turn, or
The question is why wake up when that's happening? Like only it said 5 or 10% of people wake up when this is
when
their
it's
mind wakes up
happening.
when you're in that deep REM sleep.
Yeah,
So I don't know. It's very freaky. I've had it happen.
it is very freaky, and I feel like they still haven't figured it out. They try to, and they have been for ages. But it's because I feel like everyone experiences it a little bit different.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's.
I remember ages
freaky
ago you were telling me
about that.
It happened to you in LA.
I think I told you. Well, the first time I will never forget the first time it happened. I think, and then I think it's happened a few more times after that. But the first time it did, I remember reaching out to you, and I think you had said either you had it happen or you knew someone that it happened to, and you weren't sure if it was an energy or it feels like a presence.
I said that.
Yeah, at the time.
And then I had it happen to me a number of times. And
I was by myself, so I think
I was by myself too, which made it more terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
another interesting sleep.
Another sleep situation. Dream. Are we dreaming of that? Are we?
Is
not
it scientific?
Dreaming?
Is it not?
Yeah. Is it? I think everyone has like their explanations on it, but it is.
But definitely having
strange.
a sensation like that makes you wonder.
It does, because it doesn't. Maybe you're in the middle of, like we were saying, you're in the middle of being awake and being asleep. So like you're in nowhere. You're in nowhere. You're nowhere. You're in the upside down world, but not. You're in the middle of. I don't even know. You almost feel. You do feel stuck.
Yeah,
it's like that stuck feeling.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you ever had a dream in your dream? As in, have you ever been dreaming that you're dreaming? Because I have.
You have. I think I've had a dream where I've known I've been dreaming.
Oh, like you're aware of.
I'm aware that this is a dream.
But have you ever dreamed as in like you're dreaming, but then you in your dream is dreaming?
Oh, dreaming? No.
Yeah.
Oh, never had that before.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
Weird. It's like multi-level dreams. And it was funny.
Dream on a multi-level.
I think it's because Inception made me think of it. It's happened to me just a couple times, but it's weird. I don't know if it means I'm in a very deep state of sleep, like lucid. Is it maybe lucid dreaming? I don't know what it's about, but I remember I had reoccurring dreams. That this was like ages ago when I was a kid, but I've had it since then. But I don't remember I don't remember the one I had as an adult, but I remember the ones as a kid was very vivid. That I was in my dream. I saw me sleeping in my bed.
Wow.
And then the me in my bed sleeping woke up.
Right.
And saw witches flying outside my window.
I've had a witch dream too when I was young, and it never left me. Like I remember it to this day.
Yeah, it's because of the Wizard of Oz witch. She was terrifying.
Yeah, and I think some things just as kids haunt us. Like we remember. I had a witch dream too as a kid. I'll never forget.
Broomstick?
Like she was knocking on all the doors. Like that was freaky. The thing. She was knocking on all the doors and collecting all the kids.
Oh.
And then I just remember like knowing about this as I was dreaming. And then like she knocked on my door and she was like running around trying to get me. Like it was, I don't know why you just don't forget certain dreams even when you had them
never
like
forget.
as a kid.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Like there are some that are just so vivid in your mind. Like that's lasted with me my whole life.
There you go.
Your whole life is also really weird. Something
so strange.
Has that maybe had a profound effect or that was so vivid that you couldn't forget it? Or were our minds just more spongy that they were able to retain information better? I don't know. It's funny how the mind works.
I think there definitely are dreams that you just never forget. Again, because, you know, if you want to get real deep, like sometimes it's like some people think our dreams are not dreams.
Oh, really?
Like they've flipped it over and that's when we're.
Do you think that dreaming is the real life?
Yeah.
They think that dreaming is the real world.
Yeah.
And this is a dream.
Yeah.
Oh.
But that's all. Let's leave that for like another time. That's really
Whoa.
going into like something else there. And we don't need to get into my brain about that.
No,
But
we'll touch base about that
talk
at
about
another time.
another time.
Well, that's it for today. It's all we got time for. Until next time.
We came, we saw, we said it.
We did. See ya.
Bye.